What is up, everyone? It's Mars here, bringing you guys the news in a flash. Let's get right into it. We start things off with a story that I actually wanted to cover last week, but I never got a chance to get around to it. And it's pretty much over everyone's favorite two topics: President Trump and violence in video game. Yeah, we're back on this topic again. Yeah, it's about as fun to talk about as trying to describe nanomachines in Metal Gear Solid 4 to somebody who's never played the game before. But it's important, so let's get right into it. Shortly after the Parkland shooting, Trump was holding a meeting with lawmakers where he went after the entertainment industry, saying that it basically glorifies killing. His statement was, we have to do something about maybe what they're seeing and how they're seeing it, and also video games. I'm hearing more and more people say the level of violence on video games is really shaping young people's thoughts, which, as anybody knows, is completely false. Now, Trump isn't the first politician to bring up video game violence possibly being a cause for the rise of school shootings, which it totally isn't. As we talked about last week, there are a number of Republican senators that feel the same way. The difference here, though, is that Donald Trump is the president of the United States, and his reach is far, far greater than any other politician, especially in the current political climate. And right now, the last thing we need are uneducated Nimrod parents latching onto something like this without any proof to back it up. Trump goes on to say that he's going to be meeting with leading developers in the gaming community to discuss the situation. And last week, we also had Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders announce that Trump would be sitting down with members at some point this week to discuss the situation. When she announced this, though, it was still unclear as to who exactly he would be sitting down with. The ESA told press that neither they nor any of the member companies had received any sort of invitation to meet Trump at that time, and made a point to clarify that they are adamantly against Trump's claims that video games are causing violence, releasing their own statement saying the same video games played in the U.S. are played worldwide. However, the level of gun violence is exponentially higher in the U.S. than in any other country. Numerous authorities have examined the scientific record and found that there is no link between media content and real-life violence. Which is great. Unlike the situation where they are asked about loot boxes being considered gambling or not, and they completely flopping like a fish, they actually sound like they're prepared for this. Either way around, it was announced today that the ESA did receive the invitation to talk to Trump on March 8th, and they say that this presents the opportunity to have a fact-based conversation about video game ratings, the industry commitment to parents, except when it comes to loot boxes, and the tools that are provided to make informed entertainment choices, again, except for loot boxes. Either way around, I am eager to see how all of this goes down, and I would love to hear what your guys' thoughts on this whole thing are. Moving on, we got a new trailer on what is likely going to be my next Netflix binge, and that is Lost in Space. I am excited for this. Truth be told, the 1998 adaptation of Lost in Space, as cheesy and terrible as it is a guilty pleasure of mine. Yes, it has its shitty moments, and by God, does the CGI look like it just came out of the trash. But I don't know, there's a certain little something to it that I enjoyed as a kid, and it's carried over to me as an adult. I enjoy that movie. Anyways, if you guys are interested in checking out the trailer, it'll be down below. The Used has announced that they'll be heading on a spring tour with support from Red Sun Rising and Fever 333. Check out the dates below. And moving on, 3 Days Grace has dropped their new song, Right, Left, Wrong. Check it out below, and Stick to Your Guns has released their new music video, The Reach for Me. Check it out below as well. Thank you all for joining me for this episode. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed it. Dislike if you didn't. Subscribe if you want more. And as always, feel free to share. It always helps the channel. I will see you all on the next one. Mars out.